coming out. I really appreciate everybody coming out to support me. I want to acknowledge my family, my wife, who's always supporting me. No matter how difficult I might make it, she's always supporting me. I want to acknowledge my dear friend Tony Davis. He's been a big inspiration to me for the last few months. So I'm here today, and I'm so glad we got a beautiful day. Spring's here, beautiful beginning, new beginning on everything. So we're gonna have a new beginning. I'm gonna announce that I'm gonna run for mayor in Hamilton Township. I'm gonna try and, thank you. I'm gonna pursue the nomination of the Republican Party through the process. I've decided I just can't sit by on the sidelines and watch the town that I grew up in run into the ground by mismanagement and corruption of the current administration. I want Hamiltonians to have a viable conservative choice to manage the affairs of their government moving forward. So we know there are numerous challenges affecting Hamilton Township moving forward, and I wanted to take a minute tonight to touch on but 3 of them. First is economic development and redevelopment. Hamilton needs to move away from the current template of waiting to see a fast food company, a big box, or warehouse developers knock on our door, our collective door, and tell us what they wanted to do here. Our residents deserve better than a row of Wawas and warehouses. Not that there's anything wrong with Wawas and warehouses, but we need to do better. The second topic I want to address tonight is fire consolidation. Both the administration and the council continue to fail the firefighters and our community that they serve. The administration's sole goal is a money grab, in my opinion, to find their own way out of the increased debt that they have secretly and illegally accumulated. Their plan is to lay off firefighters to achieve a pre-2017 117-member fire service, thereby diminishing services and risk safety of firefighters and the public. Their plan would place the cost at $22 million when the current 178-person force is slated to operate at about $30 million with a $4 million reserve. That would be, in the administration's plan, a $12 million savings, which they're certainly not going to reduce our taxes. They would divert those funds for debt service payments. My position is that the original option of consolidation to a single district remains the most expeditious and viable alternative. I will immediately make that happen while planning to move to a municipal fire service once the 8 fire districts have normalized their operations outside the municipal government. Third topic I wanted to talk about was taxes. As a fiscally conservative Republican, my goal is to run a cost-effective, well-managed municipal workforce and keep spending down. I have seen how the township workforce operates, overburdened with incompetent management, with no solid policies or procedures. I can streamline the workforce and bring pride back to our workers, whose morale is at an all-time low. The structure of the departments in the township is adversely impacting our operation and is in need of modification and modernization. I will implement a cost-efficient and cost-effective government by developing standard operating procedures and imposing goals and objectives for every operation undertaken by the departments, thereby ensuring affordability of operation with taxes remaining low. Mr. Gore's going to help me here with a couple charts that I have. The first one I want to let everybody take a look at. It details the tax increase over the administration of the current mayor. Although the administration and the mayor and the chief of staff continue to say that they've kept spending at a 1% increase, they fail to say what they've done with taxes. Taxes have gone up a cumulative $9.5 million since 2013. That's a 14.76% increase in your taxes over that period of time. It's a little more drastic when you look at it in a chart than when you listen to them say spending's been kept at 1%. Mr. Gore, if you could help me. The other chart here is going to talk about the little dirty secret in Hamilton Township, and that's our increased debt. I've alluded to the fact at council meetings that they've been taking money out of capital expenses to run to use as operating expenses. Our outstanding debt has increased by $46.6 million during the course of the 80 administration. That's a whopping 33.38% increase in our debt in 6 years. They're running the township on Kelly's credit cards, and they're not her credit cards. They're our debt that we're going to have to pay. The debt that's going to be paid by our children and our grandchildren, and that's not acceptable to me. That has to be put to a stop, and a good debt management plan has to be brought together. Finally, in closing, I'll call on the mayor, who on Tuesday described herself as the only adult in the room, to actually step into the room with me and join me in a series of 3 debates to allow Republican voters in Hamilton Township to decide who they want to send forward to the general election in the fall. I propose that the 3 debates will cover our financial status, our functionality and logistics concerning our administration, and the vision for the future development and redevelopment of Hamilton. Again, thank you all for coming out. If anybody has any questions, I'll entertain a couple questions. Thank you.